So Gradium is a new company we created back in September, and basically it's about powering real-time voice applications. What we mean by that is we focus on the technological layer for voice interaction. We don't make voice products for specific verticals. We don't make voice agents. We make models and infrastructure to create transcription, synthesis, translation, operate them at scale, and help people create products around them. A bit of backstory about this company. It's a commercial spin-off from Kyutai Labs. So it's a non-profit lab Laurent, myself, and a few others created 2 years ago. So in particular, we introduced the first speech-to-speech models, the first speech translation systems, real-time TTS, real-time speech-to-text. Our models have been used as the backbone for QuantiTS, Sesame, and pretty much all the current audio generative models out there. So we decided to create a company to make actual production-ready models ourselves. Our team is mostly focused on engineering and science. So as Matt said, most of the people are from DeepMind, Meta, and quantitative finance. So it's a small team really focused on the infrastructure part. So basically, the current setting around voice AI is the following. So until recently, voice AI was mostly about offline content. So that would be just reading an article on a news website or generating an audiobook. The most exciting part is much bigger than that and much more about personalized and interactive content. One big example is gaming. So more and more we see that video game studios want to integrate interactive NPCs and a lot of experiences around voice. Live stream is also a case where the technology is really lacking at the moment. So there are some solutions for dubbing, for example, but they mostly run offline. If you tried or were a victim of the dubbing on YouTube that sometimes turns on automatically, you can hear how it's not really faithful to the original voice. So there are a lot of opportunities around being able to integrate voice into live content. Robotics is also an obvious one where an interaction will be by nature individual and needs to happen in real time and need to be scalable. So basically right now the landscape has changed because when you generate an audiobook, you can have a solution that is slow and expensive because you amortize it because you generate an audio once that is consumed by a lot of people. Now when the audio is just a part of a personalized experience or an interaction, it's generated for a single person and then thrown away. So it must be very fast and it must be very affordable as well. One of the things that we have been working on is personalized content, in particular being able to customize voices with exceptional quality. So here, for example, is a benchmark we run against 11 Labs. And basically, we have better voice cloning. And it not only means that if you take like someone speaking in a natural, formal tone, we will replicate their voice better. But you can also capture kind of very specific tones and styles. One example for that, I think that is a good one, is a gaming project we are working on with a big mobile game developer. The main idea is to be able to get a personalized esports commentary in your game. So it will be like when you play FIFA or this kind of games. Everything is scripted. You have a set of MP3 files in the directory of the game that are played one after the other. Here, the idea is that every gamer will have a personal experience based on the context. So you have an LLM that analyzes the state of the game in real time and creates the scripts for two fake commentators. Just with 10 seconds of voice from two actual commentators, we are able to create something that really sounds like an actual commentary.
Hello and welcome, Brawl Stars fans. We're following Panda YT, who's currently sitting in a strong second place in the Angels vs Demons event and looking to climb higher.
He's queuing into Trio Showdown on the Dark Passage map, bringing out the heavy-hitting Ragnarok Frank. That's a high-risk brawler whose super can win the game, but the map's bushes can make it tricky to land.
And we're in! Panda YT's team spawns on the left with a Colt and a Tick, which...
So here, basically, just from a 10-second sample, the model is able to infer then from the script that it should have this very commentator-style voice. Voice cloning can be used for this kind of entertainment. It can be also used for a lot of applications. So for example, now we are powering a new application around restoring the voice of people with ALS, so disease that make people unable to speak. In particular, when people have access to recordings before the disease, we can reconstruct their voice with exceptional fidelity. So in that context, what you're going to listen to is Olivier Goy, a French entrepreneur. And the nice thing is that he gave a lot of podcasts before he got sick. And so we had access to a lot of data, and we were able to replicate his voice in a very natural way.
Être capable de communiquer, c'était déjà génial. Le faire avec ma propre voix, c'était incroyable. La pièce manquante, c'était l'échange, le vrai dialogue.
And now you can also do personalized videos. So for example, that's just a fun experience we are putting out there for Valentine's Day tomorrow. So here the main idea is that you can make you can choose the partner's name. So I go with my co-founder Laurent for the demo. And let me just check that I have the right microphone actually. And so I will record a short recording with my voice. So Laurent, this message is for you, for helping me preparing all these live demos. So thanks a lot for your support. And really looking forward to do more risky demos later during this talk. So now I have my audio. So Laurent, this message is for you, for helping me preparing. So you can hear my accent and all the cerebral aspect of my voice. And so now we're going to start generating with a photo, like a video for that. We'll get back to it later, and we'll mute this music for the sake of the presentation. In the meantime, I mentioned a bit gaming earlier. So API, you can use a speech API for a video game at some scale. But in a lot of contexts, if people are paying once for a video game, it doesn't really make sense economically that then you would have a voice experience based on API with metering and usage-based pricing, right? Because then as a video game developer, you get penalized because people play a lot your games with voice. So what we developed, and open source, so you can just use it with this single command, is Pocket TTS. So it's a 100 million parameter model running on a CPU. So not only it's on device, but it's running on CPU. It's competitive with Chatterbox and much bigger open source models. It's comparable to Kokoro, that is quite famous, but also comes with voice cloning. This CPU model allows you to generate high-fidelity audio with voice cloning.
This is a live demo of a CPU-based text-to-speech model that delivers high-fidelity voice cloning while running on edge devices, opening up new opportunities for content creation.
And so the fact that it runs on CPU now allows for a completely new set of applications. So for example, there is already a Nexus mod live for Hogwarts Legacy that allows people to have interactive discussion with NPCs that are purely generative. So here the LLM is still APIs based because we are far from having LLMs running on CPU, but at least the generative part runs locally on the CPU.
The poor house elf. Did you help him?
I'm afraid by the time I stopped laughing, the elf had already apparated away, leaving the boots to bury nothing but air. Don't look at me like that. I'm sure he's had worse days dealing with some of my more demanding housemates.
And so now, basically, you can have interactive NPCs that can run at scale and without paying a single dime of API fees. This is just for TTS, which is one part of the picture, right? What I think is more exciting today is interactive agents. So basically, now we have text LLMs, and we just want to interact with them through voice. And the main idea is just to provide them with voice abilities. A very basic one is just voice of LLM, let's say. So you have an LLM, and you add streaming speech to text and streaming text to speech. To give you an idea of how it works, let's see with this small microphone. The main idea is that you can have real-time transcription. And so as I'm speaking, it's going to transcribe. And this happens in real time. And so I can give it that to the LLM. And at the same time, on the other side, I will have the streaming text-to-speech. For the streaming text-to-speech, that's the same. You're going to see the words being highlighted one after the other. And it's generated on the fly by consuming the text word by word.
Welcome to Gradium. If I could fix your problem by ordering you a pizza, I absolutely would.
So here, the fact that it consumes word by word, it means that as your LLM is generating the text answer, you're already generating speech. So all of this is going to save you latency. Now, an LLM, what you would have seen if it had worked is just basic LLM, like with just a prompt, and it just says stuff, but it completely hallucinates. What is more important is to have an agent that is going to have access to function calling, to different tools. And in particular, we have created this open source framework that we will open source soon called GradBot. Basically, the main idea is that now you can power agents with voice. And when they have tools that can take time, instead of waiting in silence for them to get the result, they just keep the conversation going. And when they get the result, they inject it back in the flow of the conversation. So let's try this one.
Hi there, I'm Sophie from Wanderlust Travel. How can I help you plan your next getaway? If you're not sure where to go, I'd love to suggest Paris, Bali, Dubai, Tokyo, Santorini, or Marrakech. Each has something magical right now.
Okay, I guess I want to go to Tokyo.
Tokyo is an amazing choice. Right now, cherry blossoms are about to bloom. Imagine strolling through Shinjuku-gyoen under pink petals. You've got two great options in Tokyo: the luxurious 5-star Hikari Grand Tokyo with skyline views and a sky lounge,
I go with the first one.
or the charming 3-star.
I'll go
I'm
with
glad
the
you're
first one.
excited. Got it. You're leaning toward the Hikari. Perfect. Just let me know if you'd like to explore one of the hotels I mentioned, or if you'd like to switch cities. I'm here to help.
I'll go with the hotel in Asakusa.
You mean Sakura House Asakusa? Great choice for that authentic, cozy vibe near Sensoji Temple. Let me pull up the room details for you right now.
And so basically, this was vibe coded in a few minutes with Claude. And so with GradBot, what you can see is that when it's looking up information, it keeps doing this natural filler, and then it can pop information. We are going to open source this framework so that people can try voice agents, in real time pretty easily. Another thing we can do is live translation. So one thing that we introduced a year ago is called Hibiki. It's the only real-time speech-to-speech translation system, and it can run locally on an iPhone. So here, what you're going to see is real-time translation with voice cloning running in Airplane Mode.
Bonjour à tous. Je suis ravi de pouvoir m'adresser à vous aujourd'hui en français.
Hi everyone, I'm delighted to be able to speak to you today, and for instance, my phone will translate what I am telling you to English. As you can see, it is in airplane mode. It doesn't have an internet connection because our machine translation model allows for real.
So that was Hibiki that we released last year. In 2 days, we are releasing Hibiki 0. So that's the new version. It's called 0 because it's learned without aligned data. Now it's multilingual with better voice cloning, and that this voice cloning also works for much less conventional types of speaking.
Yes, it will enter the primary of El Oliveira. It is now in 4th place. El Oliveira passing there to cross. We are 3 laps from the final here in the Velodromeo in Paris Olympic Games 2024. Portugal can...
So you don't hear it, but basically it's a Portuguese dubbing. It's like the actual commentator is speaking in Portuguese, and here it's a real-time dubbing done by our model.
Win another medal in the Olympic Games, in track cycling, in the marathon race. There comes Portugal. There comes Portugal. There it comes.
And so now you can have even real-time translation of sport commentator with all their speaking tiles and so on and so forth. I guess my video is ready. And we can get a love message in video.
My dearest Laurent, I am profoundly grateful for your invaluable support in preparing our live demonstrations. I eagerly anticipate our future collaborations on even more daring presentations. With deepest affection.
Yeah, you could recognize the accent, I guess. So you can get our API on Gradium.ai. We also have a lot of open source models on the GitHub of Kyutai Labs, and you can already send a love message for free to your loved ones with Bridger Clone. Thanks a lot.